Ngifisa uqala ngokubingelela kwabasiphathele uhlelo MEC uNkonyeni nomntwana Hlakanipho Zulu. Ngibingelele ngokukhulu ukuzithoba kwindlunkulu yonke kaZulu, omama besilo, amazinyane esilo wonke, omne wabo nodade wabo besilo, nabo bonke basendlunkulu. Ngibingelele indlunkulu yonke yaseSwatini kwaNgwane, iholwa umntanenkosi uGuduza, siyabingelela. Former President wezwe Baba former President Jacob Zuma Nxamalala, Your Highness Prince Buthelezi, Inkosi engusihlalo wendlu yamakhosi lapha KwaZulu-Natal ngubonduna, Inkosi uChiliza. Ngifisa futhi ukubingelela bonke ubukhosi nezizwe zonke ezikhona kuhlukene ngokwezizwe ezisambele namuhla. Cela ukubingelela with respect uNgqongqoshe uNkosazana Dlamini Zuma nabo bonke ominister esinabo namuhla abasingathile. Ngibingelele OMEC bonke abakhona, ngokunjalo nosomlomo wakwaZulu-Natal umama uNontembeko Boys, District Mayor osiphathele lomkhandlu walapha eZululand Shenge, ngokunjalo nomeya bonke abakhona namakhansela onke akhona, abaphathi kubasebenzi bakahulumeni, Director General Dr. Mkhize, Provincial Commissioner of SAPS General Mkhwanazi. Ngibingelele kubaholi bonke bezenkolo nabezindaba nabo bonke. Ngifisa ukubingelela kwisizwe sonke, basizwe sakwaZulu nabantu bonke base South Africa. Zulu omnyama ondlela zimhlophe, siphinde safa olwembiza, ulwandle lwasha lwaphenduka ugwadule, ihlobo laphenduka ubusika emini bebade, inala yakhomba isomiso, nakhu siphinda sihlangana ngobuhlungu indlunkulu kaPhunga noMageba enkonzweni yesikhumbuzo sendlovukazi umntanenkosi. Singuhulumeni walapha KwaZulu-Natal, siyafisa ukuzwelana nendlunkulu yethu. Simila namuhla amehlo ethu abovu agcwele izinyembezi ngokudlula komntwana enkwenkosi. Sidlulisa ukubonga esizweni sonke sase South Africa nabantu bonke bakwaZulu-Natal ngokuxhasa nokududuza indlunkulu ngalesi sikhathi igumbezelwe lelifu elimnyama. Asingabazi ukuthi igwalagwala okaSobhuza ubezoba insika ezobopha uZulu anganyakaziswa. Amathe abuyele kwaSifuba, sidumele sikhihla esikanandi, nakhu sekudilike wona umthangala benguni, umthangala ebesithi siyophephela kuwo. Sithi nina besilo, nani bakwaNgwane, lalani ngenxeba. Indlela yethu sonke le, uma ke sekunje kusuke kungasekho thina esingakwenza, kepha ukuba sihloniphe ngendlela eyiyo. Uma sesilapha ihubo linye esingaluhuba, yihubo lokuweza abanqobi asebenqobe iliba ithuna. Ngakho sithi wela gwalagwala, wela samkethi, wela sidlubula dledle sikalumbamba, lesithi sipha sibe sibadlubulisa. Compatriots, since we received the tragic news that our regent queen has taken a final breath, has gone to join her ancestors and our beloved king, we have been comforted by the outpouring of love and messages of condolences. While Her Majesty's demise was too sudden and occurring while the royal family was still mourning the passing away of Isilo Samabandla Onke, we have been consoled by the heartfelt testimonies revealing that Her Majesty touched countless people. She will be fondly missed for her humility, compassion, and kind deeds. Although of royal blood and married to our departed king, Umntanenkosi carried herself with quite dignity and respect. Our beloved king respected commoners in the same manner that she accorded respect to royalty, presidents, and superstars. She represented the Emaswati nation and the Amazulu nation with grace and distinction. She lived by our people's philosophy that umuntu ngumuntu ngabantu. Everyone or everybody is somebody. Akekho okumele abukelwe phansi. She touched the life of young girls, and today we said young girls who were fortunate to meet and interact with her possess fond memories of fine, loving African queen. Community development and women empowerment was Her Majesty's passion. The Queen was tireless in raising funds to uplift the less fortunate and to contribute to the well-being of orphans. It troubled her to know that there are families who struggle to buy school uniform, and that we had children who had to walk to schools without shoes. Brought up as a Christian, Her Majesty earlier reconciled her Christian life with African spirituality. Many of those who benefited from her charitable work will not grab headlines because she was not competing for spotlights. Her Majesty the Queen was deeply rooted in the culture of Ubunguni people and was always a weapon that empowers culturally and ensures social cohesion and economic emancipation. Our regent queen is credited for working jointly with Isilo Samabandla in the 80s in reviving Umkhosi Womhlanga and Reed Dance. The passing away of Indlovukazi kusikhumbuza ukuthi omama baneqhaza abakwaziyo ukulibamba esizweni. Siyafisa ukutsho ukuthi asingabazi ukuthi Isilo Samabandla uma sithi Indlovukazi umntanenkosi makube nguye oyibamba, sasingasukeli nje ekutheni sibona ngokwaso, kodwa kungenxa yoku-appreciate nokubonga ubuholi babantu besifazane. Futhi siyazi ukuthi uBhejane ephuma esiqiwini wayekwenza lokhu azi ukuthi Indlovukazi izoba namandla okwenza, kodwa futhi wayithembe kakhulu ukuthi indlunkulu yonke iyawukumeseka. Ubayede ube yisibonelo ngokudemonstrate ngezenzo ukuthi iSouth Africa ingakwazi ukwakha izwe elilinganayo la abantu besifazane nabesilisa bethathwa ngokulingana, noma kusemasontweni, kukuhulumeni, noma kukhulunywa ngobukhosi imbala. Kodwa ke yena yedwa siyazi ukuthi emlandweni wezizwe ezikhona baningi ababe neqhaza abesifazane. Siyazi ukuthi umlando uyasitshena ukuthi umntwana uMkabayi kaJama wasibamba isizwe sikaZulu sathula sathi. Ngokunjalo uQueen Nandi wavelela ngobuholi bakhe esizweni. Siyazi futhi ukuthi uQueen Labotsibeni of Eswatini naye ngokunjalo wake wabamba ubukhosi wanika ubuholi obungangatshazwanga futhi obathenjwa. Emkhakheni yonke ehlukene yempilo kumele siqonde ukuthi umuntu nomuntu irrespective of ibala noma ubulili bakhe kodwa uma ewumuntu anganika ubuholi obufanele. Uma besingabonela kubuholi besilo samabandla esikwaze ukusikhombisa ukuthi kumele siqede ukubandlululana besingakwazi ukuqeda lolu dlame olungaka olubhekiswe kubantu besifazane. The scourge of gender-based violence and the disempowerment of women is a stain on our hard-won freedom. We have no doubt that in her new role as a regent queen, she would have led from the forefront the war on rooting out this despicable and shameful crime. In her memory, let us unite and put the agenda of generation equality at the center of our programs. As the province of KwaZulu-Natal, we will continue to promote the skilling of women and monitor the implementation of our policies on set aside for women-owned entrepreneurs. Bakwethu, isizwe sikaZulu siyahlonishwa umhlaba wonke. Asihlonishwa nje eSouth Africa nase-Africa. Kodwa noma kunjalo sihlonishwa ngenxa yemisebenzi nobuqhawe baso. Isizwe sakhiwa ngokuthi abantu abayingxenye yesizwe bakwazi ukuziphatha ngenhlonipho idiscipline. Bakwazi futhi ukuzigqaja ngamasiko abo nemvelaphi yabo. Yingakho namuhla sihlonipha wonke amakhosi akwaZulu. Kusukela kwinkosi uNdaba, uShaka kaShayeki, inkosi uDingane, inkosi uMpande, inkosi uCetshwayo, nenkosi ebisiphethe isilo samabandla. Bonke babe nomlando omkhulu. Isizwe samaZulu singesho ukuthi abantu abamaZulu baphila into eyodwa benze into eyodwa kodwa kuyiqiniso bayazigqaja ngokuba ingxenye yesizwe samaZulu. Okubaluleke kakhulu ukuthi lo mlando walesizwe okhanda uhlonishwe umhlaba wonke. Isizwe sihlonishwe umhlaba wonke ungafadabali ngesikhathi sethu. Isizwe sakhiwa ngobunye nobuholi obuqotho. Yingakho sithi no matter inkinga esibhekene nazo esizweni zingakanani, isixazululo sazo ukuzixazulula ngokuxoxisana nangokuthula, ukuzixazulula ngokubambisana. Isithunzi sendlunkulu sibaluleke kakhulu kwisizwe nokuzigqaja kwethu njengesizwe. Yingakho sithi noma kunjani kubalulekile ukuthi indlunkulu ikwazi ukunikezela ubuholi obuhambisana nalobo obuqotho obuletha ubumbano. No nation ever developed or advanced itself without leadership. Unity, discipline, and hard work is at the center of development of any nation. What we regard as our identity and culture today are products of hard work and unity in the Zulu nation. History tells us how significant unity of nation was to King Shaka the Great. It is for this reason that in this province we will still commemorate umkhosi welembe nanamuhla. Kungenxa yokuthi ilembe lahola ukubumba isizwe lakha usizwe esihlangene. And therefore, we cannot overemphasize the importance of unity among the Zulu nation. Our nation must transcend, and we also understand and quite remember the role that was played by the royal house in quelling violence that engulfed KwaZulu-Natal. Indlunkulu yadlala iqhaza elikhulu ekuletheni ukuthula phakathi kwamaqembu ezepolitiki ayengaboni ngasolini. And again, we look to the Zulu royal family to be united so that it can also succeed in uniting the people of KwaZulu-Natal. In fighting within the royal family has the potential to divide the Zulu nation along factions and groupings, which will then delay development, but most importantly, undermine the stature of the Zulu nation in the country, the continent, and the world. The departure of Her Majesty the Queen, AmaZulu nation, which she served with great dedication to unite. It is a moment that calls for peace, reflection, and healing of wounds. As the provincial government, we have a keen interest in seeing the royal family speak in one voice and continuing to lead us as Her Majesty Queen Mantfombi and His Majesty King Goodwill Kabheka Zulu would have wished. We have no doubt that the entire Zulu royal family will provide the required leadership it has been known for centuries. Kulesi sikhathi sithi Ndlovukazi mayiphumule kahle, kuthina sonke masiduduzeke. Wena wendlovu, bayede Ndlovukazi.